They promised she'd revolutionize the league. They said she was the future. But nobody warned us that the league itself might become her biggest obstacle. In a stunning turn of events, the WNBA's brightest star, Caitlin Clark, is officially out with an injury, a quad strain that will sideline her for a minimum of 2 weeks. But this isn't just a story about a physical setback. This is a story about betrayal, neglect, and a broken system that seems more intent on breaking its stars than protecting them. From the very first game, Caitlin Clark wasn't just playing basketball. She was navigating a battlefield. She wasn't treated like a rookie. She was hunted like a threat. Elbows, shoves, full court pressure, dirty screens. And the worst part? The people whose job it was to protect her, the referees, turned their backs. Literally, footage after footage shows referees watching her take hits and saying absolutely nothing. Not a whistle, not a warning, not a foul. While other stars in the league are coddled like royalty, Caitlin was expected to toughen up, adjust, and earn her respect. But what does respect even mean in a league where the officials act like they're watching from the crowd instead of officiating the game? Caitlin Clark didn't ask for favoritism. She asked for fairness. But that's not what she got. She brought unprecedented attention to the WNBA. She filled stadiums. She boosted jersey sales. She turned casual sports fans into die-hard followers of the Fever. She turned games into events. Yet night after night, game after game, she endured physicality no other player in the league was facing. Fouls that should have been immediate whistles, ignored. Hits that would have gotten other players flagrant fouls, shrugged off. Fans noticed, coaches noticed, teammates noticed. And when Caitlin finally went down, when the Indiana Fever had to announce that their star rookie would be sidelined, people weren't just shocked, they were angry, because it didn't have to happen. This wasn't some freak accident. This was the result of unchecked aggression and a league that refused to act. After every game, WNBA fans flood social media with clips, questions, outrage. Where were the refs? Why didn't they call that foul? How many more times is Clark supposed to hit the floor before someone does something? Even Caitlin's own coach, Stephanie White, has had enough. Her press conferences went from polite frustration to full-on condemnation. "The disrespect for our team has been unbelievable," she said. And she's right. It's not just about Clark, it's about a system that's failing all of them. But let's be real. Clark is the epicenter, because Clark isn't just a great player, she's a phenomenon. She's the face on every magazine, the name in every headline, the player everyone wants to watch, or take down, and take her down they did. Now we know. The officiating isn't just bad, it's broken. Reports have surfaced showing that many WNBA refs aren't even seasoned professionals. They're pulled from high school leagues. Some skipped the college level entirely. The G League? For many of them, a brief pit stop. These are underqualified officials calling the highest stakes games the WNBA has ever had. That's not just unprofessional, that's dangerous. But it goes deeper than that. These refs aren't even operating on their own judgment. They're being told how to officiate by a behind-the-scenes shadow committee, a group of stakeholders, GMs, and coaches who literally instruct them on how physical the games should be. Think about that. Referees aren't being trained to be fair. They're being managed like puppets, told what to call and what to let slide, based on what the league wants the product to look like. Caitlin Clark's brand of fast-paced, high-volume, high-visibility basketball, it clashes with the league's agenda. She threatens the status quo. So what does the system do? It lets her get bruised, battered, and now benched. Every game she plays in, you can feel the tension. Not just from the crowd, but from the defenders treating her like a target. Not a player, a target. And the referees, they're complicit. In one game, she and Sophie Cunningham went to the officials together, asking for an explanation. What did they get? Silence. Stone-faced silence. One ref even turned his back while Clark spoke, literally turned his body away as if she didn't exist, as if ignoring her would make the foul she just endured disappear. You can't make this up. The quad strain that took her out? It wasn't just a fluke. It was the inevitable result of weeks of accumulated hits, of pushing through pain because no one in power was doing anything to stop it. And now the WNBA is left with a nightmare scenario, its most marketable player sidelined, and its most glaring weakness exposed. This isn't just a Caitlin Clark problem anymore. This is a WNBA crisis. Ratings are about to plummet. Stadiums that were packed when Clark was on the court now have entire sections of empty seats. Ticket prices have already dropped by half. Social media is ablaze with fans saying they won't watch another minute until she returns. And who can blame them? When you watch a WNBA game without Caitlin Clark, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't have the energy, the buzz, the magic. She was the lightning in a bottle, and now the bottle is empty because the league let it shatter. Let's not forget, this is the same athlete who never missed a single college game. 139 straight games at Iowa. Add in the pros, and you're talking about 185 consecutive appearances. She's tough, she's durable, but even iron breaks when it's hit enough times without protection. Players know this, coaches know this, analysts are saying it live on air, and fans, they're done being quiet. The officiating isn't just bad, it's biased. Clark has been treated differently from the start. She's officiated by a different rule book. What would be a foul on anyone else is just part of the game when it happens to her. And when she retaliates, when she finally throws a little elbow or pushes back, the whistle comes instantly. That's not basketball, that's sabotage. And we're not just talking about hard defense, we're talking about reckless hits. High contact, cheap shots. In one of the most watched games of the season, she drove to the basket and took a clear foul from Natasha Cloud, visible in every replay angle. What did the refs do? Nothing. No call, game over. Walked away like it didn't happen. Meanwhile, coaches trying to challenge calls are blocked by arbitrary rules. In one instance, Stephanie White couldn't even challenge a game-changing foul because she had a reset timeout, not a full timeout. Think about that. You can't question a bad call unless you've checked the right box on a clipboard. That's not a system built for fairness. That's a system built to protect itself. And now the cracks are showing. Brittany Griner interrupted a live interview to yell at referees mid-game. Other coaches are calling out disrespect in post-game pressers. What used to be whispers is now a roar. The players are fed up, the fans are enraged, and the media? They're no longer pulling punches because it's become impossible to ignore. The rules don't apply equally. The referees don't call games consistently. And Caitlin Clark is paying the price for all of it. She's not asking for special treatment. She's asking for equal treatment. But the more she shines, the more the system tries to dim her light. As if her popularity is something to be ashamed of. As if selling out arenas, boosting revenue, and bringing in sponsors is some kind of offense. It's not. It's her job, and she's damn good at it. But she can't do it alone. She can't be the face of the league and also its punching bag. She can't carry the brand while the league lets others drag her through the mud unchecked. This was the moment the WNBA was supposed to rise. Caitlin Clark gave them that chance. She gave them the audience, the attention, the headlines. All they had to do was protect her, and they failed. Now the entire league is suffering. This isn't just about one player. It's about every young girl watching, wondering if the system will ever make room for stars like her. It's about every fan who bought tickets, jerseys, subscriptions, only to watch the league fumble the bag on national TV. So what happens? Next, will the WNBA own its mistakes? Will it fix the officiating? Will it actually listen to the fans, the ones who showed up because of Caitlin and are now threatening to walk away with her? Or will it keep pretending nothing's wrong, right up until the lights go out? Caitlin Clark is more than just a rookie. She's a movement, a revolution, a once-in-a-generation talent who deserves better than this. If the WNBA won't protect her, the fans will. And they're already watching, already calling it out, already demanding change. This league has one last chance to get it right. Protect Caitlin Clark before it's too late. Comment Protect CC down below to show your support. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss what comes next. Because this story, it's far from over.